Well, good morning and welcome back to Planet Doug in Pangkalan. Just leaving from the Wisma Deu homestay a little bit later than I planned. I was hoping to beat the sun and be on the road before sunrise, but I didn't quite make it. The sun is even above the hills ahead of me. That's terrible. Yeah, I was here yesterday in this town. I think it's called Pangkalan. Just kind of a rest day before I tackle the hills ahead to Bukit Tinggi. And the sun was just brutal. I didn't go out exploring hardly at all. Hello. And when I did go out, all I did was walk to my neighborhood Mi Ayam Bakso place for lunch, and then I went back to this Mi Ayam Bakso place for dinner. And both times the sun just about burnt me to a cinder. So I was thinking, whoa, it'd be nice to get on the road before that sun emerges. But it is 7 a.m. and I think sunrise was at 6:28. But interestingly, it's actually quite cool right now. Surprisingly cool. Feels good on my arms, feels good on my whole body though. Just as with every morning here, just packing up the bike got me hot and sweaty. I mean, I was drenched in sweat before I'd even finished getting ready to leave. That's the normal pattern here, but now that I'm riding, the air is quite cool. Yeah, I really wish I'd been on the road like an hour ago, but hey, we'll see how the day goes. There are quite a few interesting aspects to today, or potentially interesting aspects to today. One is that 12 kilometers ahead of me is the Equator line. That came as a complete surprise. I didn't know that the Equator was here. I knew it passed through Indonesia. In fact, I was doing a bit of reading yesterday, and the Equator passes through 13 countries around the world. Only 13, which is kind of interesting. It crosses mainly ocean, I guess. And it goes through Indonesia, which is puts Indonesia in kind of a special category. The other interesting aspect is that I will be doing a lot of climbing today. To be honest, I think I underestimated what today is going to be like. I sort of thought the road I was following would take me up to the Bukit Tinggi area in kind of a gradual way, like slowly climbing up. And I thought that the riding I have done until today would have already gotten me partway up there, but the way it turns out, not really. In fact, right now I think I'm at 100 meters above sea level, which is very, very little. I thought I was much higher than that. You know, considering all the climbing and I've been doing. But I guess when you go up and down, your net gain is always very little. So my net gain is only 100 meters. And depending on where I go today, how far I go, I'll be going up to 900 meters and then back down to 500 meters. So it's a lot of altitude gain and a lot of altitude loss. Another interesting aspect to this road is that about 26 kilometers from here, I'll be reaching a place called Kelok 9, which means 9 curves. And it's quite a famous spot on this road and famous spot in Sumatra. It's a section of elevated highway that turns in on itself, sort of like a complex cloverleaf pattern or infinity symbol or figure eight symbol. It just sort of goes around and around and turns back on itself 9 times as it brings you up in altitude and gets you across quite a deep valley, apparently. But it's, I mean, it was never meant to be a tourist attraction. It was just how the engineers decided to construct this road to get over the mountains and across that particular valley. And yeah, but it's turned into a tourist attraction because it's quite scenic. I think another spot, it'd be very nice to have a drone, and you could fly a drone over that. It would probably look quite interesting. Selamat pagi. Maybe the final interesting aspect of this road is that there may be a lot of monkeys. I haven't, I don't like to watch a lot of YouTube videos about places where I'm going to go. I'd rather see it fresh, you know, with my own eyes when I get there. But I did watch a portion of a video of someone driving their car to a Bukitinggi, and the video consisted mainly of monkeys at the side of the road, dozens of them at a time. And as they sit there, quite large monkeys, watching the cars and motorcycles and buses go by, they're large enough that they look a bit intimidating. And I guess they're there waiting to be fed. I assume people ride by and toss food out the window of their cars from the safety of their cars. And so all the monkeys now, they know to gather at the road for their daily feed. But I don't know what that means to a random cyclist like me, because monkeys are known for being mischievous, and you do not want to be moving by monkeys slowly with Selamat pagi, you know, with reading glasses around your neck or sunglasses on, or a smartphone in your hand or a camera in your hand, because those monkeys will focus on those shiny objects and snatch them and run off with them. But I don't know if these monkeys do that or not. I assume they do. So yeah, a lot of interesting aspects to this road. A lot of climbing, Kellock 9, the Equator, and monkeys. And my rough plan, my original plan was to ride past Kellock 9. Because as I said, it's only 26 kilometers away. And my original plan was to go all the way to the city, the name of which I constantly forget. I think it's Pakayumbu? I'm gonna have to look this up and commit it to memory. It's driving me crazy that I can never pronounce the name of this town. The town is called Payakumbuh. People say it with a different rhythm. I can never get it right. Payakumbuh, Payakumbuh, Payakumbuh. Very large city. And as for the Equator, it goes through Ecuador and Brazil, as I said, in South America, but it also goes through Colombia, and it goes through Kiribati, the Maldives, Somalia, Kenya, and Uganda, as well as the Democratic Republic of Congo, Gabon, and finally Indonesia. And the length of the equator is 40,075.16 kilometers. So if you're going to go around the Earth in a circle, following the equator would take you the longest distance. That's the fattest part of the Earth, basically. And since it's in the middle and the fattest, and the Earth is revolving, spinning around, of course, we are all spinning at the same time. So like even if you're standing still, you're actually zooming along at a very high rate of speed because you're spinning along with the Earth. You don't feel it because there's no acceleration, but you are moving very, very fast, even though you're standing still. And if you happen to be standing at the equator, you are moving faster than anyone on Earth. Good morning. Because that is the point of the Earth that is moving the fastest, going around in a circle as the Earth spins. So I'm not quite there yet, but right now, unless you're on the equator, I'm moving faster than you are. I'm moving faster than anybody. And there it is. The rising sun ahead of me. It's a busy area right here because I'm passing a couple of primary schools. It's pretty active as all the school children are heading to school. Big truck coming up behind me. That one sounds like it's carrying a heavy load. Hello, good morning. And I can only imagine. To Bukitingi, Canada. Thank you. Yeah, those truck drivers, they must really be thinking of the road ahead. They're facing the same climb that I am. The difference in terrain and just overall feeling, the change has been dramatic, moving from Riau province to West Sumatra. As I said in the previous video, when I was in Riau province, quite a number of people asked me what the heck I was doing there. That's not where tourists are supposed to go. They're supposed to go to West Sumatra. Everybody knows that. And now that I'm here in West Sumatra, I sort of get it. Okay. Selamat pagi. It's, yeah, just being in the mountains. It doesn't matter what country you're in. Go from the plains up into the mountains, and you're going to experience a dramatic change. Of course, the scenery is much more beautiful. Good morning. Selamat pagi. There's some school children. I like their uniforms. Hello.
Hello.
Very colorful. Well, this could be one of those places that looks a lot more dramatic in real life than it does on camera. but I just pulled over to the side of the road just to capture this moment. It's a little bit of a landmark because for the first time the scenery ahead really opened up. You can see some of the hills ahead, and you can follow the valley that the road probably follows. I'm sure the road goes ahead and then curves to the right and goes in the fold between those two hills, you know, a valley over there. There's a kilometer marker, the city, Payakumbu, 43 kilometers. Beautiful road. The jungle comes right to the edge of the road. And we're following a river on my left. It's a river valley, of course. Roads through the mountains pretty much always follow a path that had been pre-carved for us by rivers. Very nice of the rivers to do that. All right, this is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. The light is perfect from the rising sun. It's just lighting up the scenery as if posing for a painting or a portrait. As for the cycling journey, the road has definitely gotten a lot steeper. That first section out of town was much more of a gradual climb, and now the grade has gotten much steeper. Still manageable, just slowly, of course. That truck going by should give you an idea of how steep it is. He's riding his air brakes all the way down. Got a bunch of cars stuck behind him. And I am about 1 kilometer away from the equator, which is another reason why I fired up the GoPro. I wonder if this is the monument on my left. Oh no, there it is on my right. It's a small mosque on my left, or prayer room. And here is the monument. And I guess relatively freshly painted. Red for the northern hemisphere. White for the southern. Kind of like it. It's quite, it's not very, it's an unimposing sort of monument. I mean, to be honest, if I was riding along this road and I didn't know in advance the Equator monument was here, and I didn't know I was passing through the equator, I wouldn't have any idea what this was. I would have ridden right past it. I wouldn't have known what it was all about. Yeah, there's nothing here. No information signs. Not a single word in English or Indonesian or any other language to tell you what it is. I wonder if it's lined up. Like, I don't know if standing right here at 90 degrees to the platform, is this the line of the equator? I'm not sure. But there it is. Hello. And we're back into our groove of uphill climbing. Absolutely spectacular morning of riding. It's just been so pleasant. I hardly even have words for it. I have to stop to wipe off the sweat. Have a drink of water. I've been enjoying a cold bottle of water just before I left from my guest house. I bought a bottle of water straight out of a fridge at a convenience store, like kind of a mini mart. It's not ice cold anymore, but at least it's not hot. I find it difficult to drink enough water when the water is like sitting in these bottles and it's heated up by the sun. Oh, and here comes a here comes a bus, I was going to say. Pariwisata, they all say on the bus. I learned last night that Pariwisata means tourist. So they all call themselves tourist buses. Anyway, time to keep going. Well, it seems like it was time to check in on this little journey this morning. I haven't reached the next checkpoint yet. Kellock Sembilan, the 9 curves site. I haven't reached there yet. It's still 8 or 9 kilometers away. So far I've, whoa! Every time I do something like adjust the mirror or look around me, you know, to say hello to someone, I end up turning the bike's handlebars and swerving all over the place. But yeah, I've ridden about 20 kilometers and it's been an interesting ride because it's been uphill the entire time, like non-stop climbing for 20 kilometers. And I don't really know for sure from maps or anything, but people are telling me it will continue like this for another 5 kilometers or so. So essentially, from the town of Pangkalan, it's a 25 kilometer non-stop climb. I'm still in the middle of the section of road that is really, really squiggly. As you can see, I'm turning around almost 180 degrees here around this corner, because we continue to climb and climb and climb. Yeah. It's turned out to be a very good day for this in terms of the weather, because the clouds moved in. And the clouds have kept the sun off me, which is nice. A lot of noise from those trucks. So it turned out it was some good timing on my part again, lucky timing, where I decided to spend an extra day resting in Pangkalan, and I stayed off the bike that day. And during the day, the sun was out in all of its brutal force, just roasting the earth. So had I tried continuing and ridden my bike yesterday on this route, man, it would have roasted me alive. So it turned out to be very wise to have waited one day. Now I get today with a little bit of overcast skies. Much more comfortable day. So that is nice. Whew, another hairpin turn. Turning back 180 degrees. And these curves are always the steepest parts of all. Yeah, now that I'm turning around, maybe I can get some a view back towards the valleys below me. Actually, here's a nice little spot. Maybe, yeah, I think I'll pop in here for a drink. Take another little rest. Looks very inviting. Oh, well, look at that. It's actually a coffee shop of some kind. Beautiful view from the veranda. I just noticed the name of this place, and I remember seeing this on Google Maps. I was sort of tracking the route through this highway that had followed through the mountains, and I did see this place in advance. It's called the Obama Cafe. I totally forgot that I saw it. I wasn't looking for it or anything like that, but as you can see, here it is. Coffee House Dan Kawa Down Obama. Rumah Makan is like a restaurant, food house. This is a coffee house. And Kawa Down Obama. And this is a pretty obvious place to build a cafe once you start looking around because of the view. Look at that. And that's where I came from. Down there somewhere. Hundreds of meters below me.
Hi, Sam.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. So this is the famous Obama Cafe.
Thank you.
Yeah. I saw it on Google Maps. I said, Obama Cafe. Interesting.
We have a specialty coffee.
Oh, you do? What is your specialty coffee?
From Gayo, Aceh.
Oh, really? From Aceh.
360.
Can you make it, is it on the menu here? Your specialty coffee?
Specialty coffee. This one.
This one. V60.
360. Okay.
Can you make it cold, like ice?
Cold?
Yeah.
Oh, not 360. Japanese.
No. Okay.
Not sugar.
I don't mind.
Sugar.
Okay, well, sugar is okay.
Oh, okay.
I like sugar. I need energy.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe the Japanese is cold. I saw the iced coffee with sugar. Okay? Okay. Oh, look at that. A real coffee bar. There's Kopi Bubuk Premium Obama.
Sir, you have
Oh, what is this?
welcome drink.
Okay, thank you. Welcome drink. So I got a welcome shot of coffee. Nice smell. Nice. Very, very strong. Nice flavor. There's the view. Oh, what a wonderful place to stumble across. Perfect timing too. Nice to have a break. And can you imagine finding a nice coffee shop here? I never ever expected this. Not in a million years. That is a nice shot of coffee. So I ordered an iced coffee, which for them is like a Japanese iced coffee. And I'm getting a glass of ice water to go along with it. Who knows, maybe I'll stay here long enough to get a hot cup of coffee as well. All right, so the coffee has arrived. Look at that. Oh, so there's like a picture of Japanese coffee, it's called. And so it's black, no cream or sugar or anything like that. Okay, there's a bit of a shot. There's a shot glass in the top. I guess you have to take that out. I don't know what I'm doing here. This is too fancy for me. Oh, there it goes. Just had to click it out of there. And then a cup of ice. In it goes. Ooh, I get 2 glasses out of that. So that's nice. Let's see what the flavor is. Well, that is different. I don't know what that is. It's not coffee. It's some sort of a fruit. It's got a bit of a sour, fruity kind of flavor to it. Maybe there's also coffee in there. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, maybe there's a combination. I think there is coffee. It's nice though. Yeah, it is really nice. This coffee that you gave me is this one here, right? Japanese.
Japanese.
Why is it called Japanese coffee? What is special about it?
It's really V60 with ice.
Oh, so it's V60
because,
with ice.
People, Japan people who make it.
Oh, I see. It seems to have a flavor a little bit like fruit.
Like fruit. Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Fruit, wine.
Okay.
Sugar. But not with sugar.
Okay.
Bitter.
But it is coffee. Like it's coffee, but you add fruit of some kind? No? It's just
It's a process.
Processed.
Process after harvest.
Oh, okay.
Fermentation process. Coffee shop? Yeah, yes.
The name of it, Obama
Obama coffee.
Obama Coffee and
It's
Resto.
my favorite president.
Oh, right, your favorite president.
Yes.
Right. How long have you had this coffee shop?
But 1 year. 1 year. Yeah. 1
Oh, 1 year only.
Yes,
So you opened it after the pandemic.
yes.
Oh, okay. How is business so far? Good?
Not good.
Not so good yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's not good.
Yeah, I guess maybe more tourists will come back now.
Tourists, I think little.
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 Okay. I will go enjoy my coffee. Yeah, it's a beautiful location. Yeah, it's very nice here. Thank you. I was just chatting with the owner a little bit. Asked him a couple of questions about this place. Really surprised me to learn that he just opened this place 1 year ago. So this is a post-pandemic coffee shop. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's very cool. And he told me he's from the town of Payakumbuh, I still don't know how to say the name of that city. Let me double check. Payakumbuh. That's his home there. And he sleeps here at night. When the coffee shop is open, he actually stays here. I thought maybe he would commute back and forth every day, but he says he stays here. And this is actually their specialty coffee, the V60. But when you have it with ice, then they call it a Japanese coffee. And I was trying to drill down on where this fruity flavor is coming from, because it doesn't jump out at me as having a really strong coffee flavor exactly, as more of a fermented, and that's what he said, that this V60 coffee has a special process where it is actually fermented and develops this unique flavor. So this is their specialty. So I ended up with their specialty drink, even though I didn't think that's what I was getting. Man, what a beautiful spot. You cannot get nicer than this, really. So, yeah, we're still talking about this coffee, and it's from Aceh. The V60 specialty coffee is from the Aceh region. And I was wondering whether the fruit of the coffee bean was included in this, because it does have that fruity flavor, but he said no, it's just the coffee beans. And he brought out a whole bag of the coffee beans. You can see them there. Specialty coffee all the way from Aceh. And it's not roasted, he said, so these are the fresh beans, and he will roast them and then grind it and then make the coffee himself. Yeah, you can smell it. Has a bit of a, he calls it a, so many trucks here, there's a lot of noise. It's crazy. He calls it a wet fermentation process for the coffee, and that's where it gets its special qualities from. Yeah, hear that engine roaring. It's a very steep section of road here. I've had my specialty V60 Japanese style coffee here at the Obama. Oh, there's the sign. Yeah, put the sign right behind me. Obama Coffee and Resto. And I just got a complimentary little package of their specialty coffee to bring with me. So that's great. And I found out some new information about the road. I think I might be able to go all the way to Payakumbuh today. It's a little bit of a distance climbing, but then it goes sort of downhill from there all the way. I thought I'd be climbing though. Anyway, I have no idea what's happening with the road, but maybe I can get to Payakumbuh tonight. We'll see. But next stop is going to be Kelok Sembilan, and it's a few kilometers ahead. So just saying goodbye to the coffee shop. Another view of the scenery here. And I like this spot right here. They have a little bit of a gangplank. So you could walk all the way out here and enjoy your coffee at this table. And then that would be your view. Oh yeah, from here you get a nice nice view of the whole coffee shop. Look at that. Clouds are moving in. Anyway, next stop, I guess I'll have lunch down at the Kelok Sembilan. Time to hit the road.